Once the football season finishes, clearly journalists need to turn their attentions elsewhere. Most of them move on to In the Know and transfer rumours and stuff like that. But I was interested, I came across an article on Facebook in one of the Spurs groups that I read. And the story is around Tottenham allegedly going to have a survey of Tottenham fans to find out whether they believe that we should distance ourselves from the term id. So this happens pretty much every year. And those of you that have subscribed to my channel will be aware that I have talked about this subject before, talked about the history of where it originated from and why it was important for us to maintain it. If you've not seen that and you want to see that, I'll link it at the end of this video so you can go and have a look at that video specifically. So obviously the first thing that's going to spring to mind from most Tottenham fans is, no, we have to keep it. It's our identity. We're protecting our Jewish supporters and so on and so on and so on. Most of those voices, like mine, will be non-Jewish voices. So I think the interesting thing about this particular article was that he was talking about whether Tottenham should have a survey of fans to ask them their opinion. The bit for me, though, I think, is actually we should be asking Jewish Tottenham fans what they think. I've always maintained that I would stick using the term as a Tottenham fan in solidarity with Jewish supporters. But I'm just wondering that if there was an actual survey of Jewish fans, not necessarily all fans, but Jewish fans, how would I feel if they came back and said, actually, I'd like us to distance ourselves from that? And given the reasons why we started it in the first place and why we've maintained it all this time, is around solidarity with them. So if they feel that they no longer need that solidarity and they would like to distance our club from it to see what the reaction is from other clubs, then I think realistically we should give that some real consideration. Because the truth of the matter is, as a non-Jewish fan, the word means nothing to us. It doesn't hurt us. It doesn't upset us. So my question is, how do Jewish fans feel about that? Now, I know a lot of Jewish Tottenham supporters, and the majority of them, in fact, I've never had any of them say anything negative to me about the use of the word. I've seen them use it. I've seen them celebrate it. So I'm guessing that the majority, if not all, Jewish Tottenham fans would want to keep the reference. But I don't know. That's just a guess based on the people that I've met and the people that I've spoken to. I get it that fans of other football clubs find it offensive. I get it that Jewish people in general may find it offensive. But the reason behind it is all around good faith. So I believe that that's what has got lost out of the whole conversation, is that this is about solidarity. So that brings me to the actual point around it, is that solidarity still required? Do the Jewish community at Tottenham want us to maintain that solidarity, or do they want us to have solidarity in a different way by stopping the use of the word? Now, the interesting thing around it would be is, because the argument of other football supporters is, it's because we use the word that means that other supporters can use the word. Now, personally, totally reject that. I think it's a load of rubbish. But it would be interesting to see how they would react to the fact that if Tottenham fans actually stopped chanting it, what would the opposing fans then do? What would their excuse be for making hissing sounds or singing "Hitler's going to get you," all that kind of stuff? Because bear in mind, it's not the Y word that is used by opposing fans. It is stuff that is far worse than that. So it would be interesting to find out what their actual response to that would be, and whether someone like Ivor Badil and so on would continue to support people in their own clubs that do far worse than what we're doing. So it's very interesting, I think. And as I say, I'm not advocating that we stop using the word. What I'm saying is, it would be interesting to find out from our Jewish fans what's their actual view, because it's all well and good the club putting out a survey for all Tottenham fans, but if all Tottenham fans, the majority of them, aren't Jewish, then actually it's not going to cause them a problem. So it's really just the Jewish fans that really ought to have to say. So, if you are a Tottenham fan who has Jewish heritage or is a practicing Jewish person, please leave a comment. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think that it would be better for us to drop it in terms of aiding anti-Semitism? Or do you believe that we should continue using the word in solidarity with the other Jewish fans? If you're a non-Jewish Tottenham fan, if the question for you is, if the majority of Jewish Tottenham supporters said, drop it, would you? Would you abide by their wishes? Because I think there are a lot of Tottenham fans who wouldn't, who basically take it because they want to, because they believe it's their right as Tottenham fans. So maybe the time has come for a review. I don't know. But it'd just be interesting to find out what your view is. So please, drop a comment. If you're a Jewish fan, do you want us to drop the term Yid and from the songs and so on? If you're a non-Jewish fan, would you abide by the decision of the majority of Tottenham Jewish fans, if that makes sense? Be interested to know. Please leave a comment. So please spread it around, pass it on, ask your Jewish and non-Jewish Spurs supporting friends their opinion. Once I've got some good data, then I'll put something out with the outcome of that, so that we can all see what the viewpoint is from those that bother to look at the video or make a comment. So I'd just be interested to know. Cheers. Up to Spurs.